Welcome back to my orchid and plant life. I talk mainly about orchids. I should just change this to Trisha's orchid life because I don't do a lot with my houseplants, because houseplants just kind of take care of themselves. You just water them every 7 to 10 days depending on your environment, and you just keep on going. They kind of take care of themselves, whereas orchids require a lot of attention. However, I do occasionally do houseplant things, so I'll keep the channel the way it is. But you know what? Leave in the comments down below if you think I should just change it to Trisha's Orchid Life, because I really do talk about orchids a lot, and they are my favorites. The houseplants are there to kind of distract me from the orchids and kind of make me feel good that I'm a good plant mom. All right, so today we are going to tackle the Miltoniopsis that was sent to me by NicoleDeanna. It is in a self-watering system, and I'm going to put it back in the system. But first, I want to clean her up. She does have a few new growths on here, as well as this new one right here. So I want to go ahead and repot her before all the new roots get settled into this pot here, and put her in a fresh setup and kind of stand her up a little bit, because she's trying to lean out of le pot. And hopefully we don't kill her. Let's just gently pull her out of here. Okay. Let's tease this bark off. So she's in mainly moss, looks like, with some bark and some leca beads and some large pumice for aeration. So what I'm going to put her in is cocoa husk, perlite, charcoal, and I added some aquarium rock as well, just to keep from everything compacting. And like I said, we're going to put her back in here, and I'm not going to mess with the roots as much as possible. And if there is some moss that gets left on here, I'm not too worried about it, because that'll just help with the aeration, not the aeration, moss doesn't aerate, with the, what am I trying to say? With the moisture retention. There we go. Get your life together, Trish. All right, and like I said, I'm just gently easing the media off, because from what I understand, Miltoniopsis really should not be repotted this time of the year. But as I grow in my living room and I can control the temperatures a little bit better, and I do have her in one of the coolest spots in the living room currently, I think she will be okay. My ambient humidity the last couple of days has actually been between 50 and 60%, which sounds a little high when you're growing in your living room, but seeing as my doors are opened and closed to allow fresh air in, it's not creating like an issue with mold or anything like that. All right. And from what I can tell, these roots are gorgeous. Just gorgeous. There are a few here at the top that have dried out that I will be clipping off, and then any sheaths I can get to, I'll go ahead and clean those up. But overall, I'm not going to mess with her too much. I'm just going to put her in a new setup and get her going here, and then hopefully in a few months we can see a bloom. I absolutely love the way Miltoniopsis smell. Like, all of them have a flowery scent to me of some sort. Most of the time I smell type of a rose, just depending. And I've never gotten one because I was always like, oh, I can't grow those. But I'm pretty confident that I can now. I'm going to leave these charcoal pieces on here, and I will take her here in a few minutes and go rinse her under the sink just to get her all nice and fresh. And we have 2 back bulbs here that I think I'm going to go ahead and take off, because she's got plenty to support her. Let's see, if I take those, that'll leave her 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 4, 5, 6, 7 mature bulbs. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take these off. Just There we go. And let's just clean that off of there. And it is a nice clean break. So let's put those down. And then that'll allow me to take some of these. Let's see, those are dead. Kind of squishy there. And the dead ones are coming from the older growths here. So, all right, and then I will just fast forward while I finish cleaning her up. Okay, so you saw me tear the leaf off. It's because look at all the roots that were locked up inside that. So I'm gonna leave that exposed. Hopefully it'll grow more roots and go down into the pot. Hopefully I didn't mess that up too badly. And then this has a little dry piece right here on this growth. I'm just gonna clip off. Just kind of make it, clean it up a little bit. And this piece was not attached to this one. It just kind of came off on its own. So I think, Nicole, you had 2 plants in here. And they were just so compactly tight in there that when you potted it, you didn't see it. Because it didn't. As you can see, it's just the one break right here from where I took off those juvenile bulbs, which I probably should have left them on there, but it is what it is now. But there's no break here, so I'm not sure what happened with that. Well, there is one piece, and I'm just going to stick that in that water so those roots can hydrate. And okay, and we will get back to the fast forwarding. You guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab my tweezers so I can get in between these tight bulbs. I'm gonna use these to try to get the sheaths that are in between here because there are roots that are trying to grow in there and they're growing up instead of down. And it's because the sheaths are keeping them from going down and forcing them to go up. But like I said, I will do this. Let me turn the light on real quick. Well, I say real quick. If I can reach it. There we go. Now I can see it a little bit better. Like I said, I don't want to spread it too far because some of those might actually be viable. Let's see. Nope, they're all dead. All I'm going to do on that. Okay, so we have 2 pieces. This one has a decent amount of roots to get it through until the new growths can produce roots. So, and this one here was trying to produce roots, but there was a sheath in the way and couldn't go down. They were going up. So now that we've removed that, those new roots will go down and take the place of these. And we'll go rinse her under the sink, get her all cleaned up, get the other piece all rinsed off, and then we will put her back in the pot with her new setup. And let's see. Get all that out of there. These bulbs are gorgeous, but they're so tight. They just don't allow for space. There we go. All right. So let's look at that one. Make sure she's good. Do I need to get in between her shoes? Oh, I do. Let's see. She's got one right there that is going to keep roots from going where they need to go. I've split it, so hopefully that will help allow them to go down anyway. Let's see. Yep, so we've split it, so hopefully, and let me just pull this one this way and move it out of the way a little bit, and then hopefully that will allow the roots to go down. I'll have to make sure to keep an eye on that. And then when I put them back in the pot, let's see, there's a new growth, and then new growth. There's a new growth right here. That's the old piece. I'll put her in this way, like so, because we've got a new growth right here, here, and then here. All right, I will be back. All cleaned up. I have put cinnamon on both of the breaks, and I didn't tell you guys earlier, but it is the Miltonia, that one. I'm not gonna mess up that last part. All right, so what we have here is cocoa husk, small and large pieces, perlite, charcoal, and like I said, I put some small aquarium rock in here as well, just to help with additional aeration. So we'll get her potted up. I will fast forward over this, and then we will see what she looks like at the end. Grab my stakes real quick. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need to stake her. All righty. On second thought, I'm just gonna plant the one in here, and then this one here, I'm just gonna baby for a couple of months or weeks, depending on when new roots show, and I will put her in this same setup. But for now, let's see, that's a new grow, so let's, but yeah, kind of mix, let me do it this way, kind of sideways. All right, here we go. Okay, there she is, and I did make sure to put a lot of the smaller parts on top just so it doesn't dry out so quickly, so the new growths can get their roots down into fresh media. Now what I might do is just put a little layer of rock on top to kind of help again with that added lockdown of moisture to keep this top from drying out. But I'll leave it for a day or two, see how she does, and we'll put water in the reservoir. It will be CalMag mix, and we will see how she does. And then this one here, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one. I might try it in leca. Putting a lot of stuff in leca lately, aren't I? But I might try it in leca just because of the humidity factor. Or I may do where I just put her in kind of a water culture setup where I just have this root in water at all times, kind of right above until she gets some more roots growing from off of here. Or from her latest growth, which is right here in the middle. But I haven't quite decided yet. I will decide that here in just a little bit. And it'll be a surprise. We'll do an update on Miss Miltoniopsis. We're gonna call her Lila for short. We will do an update on Lila here in about, let's give her 2 months to kind of settle in and see what she does. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of it. And if you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, like, and comment down below if you think she'll do okay in here. I mean, she was already in self-watering. She's used to being in a uber moist environment, and that's why whatever I do with this other piece, it will be in a very moist environment. So with that, everyone have a wonderful day, and we will see you on the next one.